Hello, YouTube and their crypto enthusiasts, and welcome to another episode of Equibit Crypto. Today, the markets are tanking, and we can see Bitcoin have lost about all the gains that they made through the weekend, and we will talk about why this is happening. I think the first clue is what's been going on on Twitter with Bitboy's tweet saying that he believed the market might top within the next 2 weeks. So there's he got a lot of followers, so that can affect the price. Another thing is that we have the futures expiring this Friday, and the max pain price is 44,000. That is about where Bitcoin is now, and very often we see that Bitcoin actually goes to the max pain price. The max pain price is the price that takes the most amount of money from the market, from the people who are short or have put options, and the people who have call options. Um, so that is something we see from time to time as we come towards the end of the month. Bitcoin will adjust its price and fall to or rise to the max pain price. Another thing that is going on is that we have the macro, the all-time, well, the long-term trend in the stock market is finally broken. Um, we can see that here. We had one close below this trend line early last week, and then we shot above it, but we fell below it again, and we closed below it on Friday. So that is spooking the markets in general. So there might be people buying over the weekend, and and then um, and then selling and waiting to see what is going to happen with the stock market today. So that will be very exciting. And also, if we look at the futures of the stock market, we can see that we actually have to close below and that the futures are down 1% so far today. So that is not a good sign. We do have the 100 moving average um, supporting us here, and also right where we are this moment, we're at the support level between this um, prior low here and this high here. So that makes some support. But yeah, it will be very exciting to see what it will go on with the stock market today. And in the past, Bitcoin have been correlated with the stock market. Um, on Friday, we saw the opposite thing happen. So I think at one point, Bitcoin will break free of the stock market and no longer be correlated with it. But I don't think that day is here yet, as the stock market and Bitcoin, especially the tech stocks, are fairly well correlated. If we look at Solana, we had a bull flag for Solana yesterday. Um, that bull flag is still not out of play if we can close above this line here. Even though with the market looking like it's looking now, I don't think we're going to see an explosive um, breakout for Solana, but we might. Solana have done the opposite of Bitcoin before, but right now I think we need to wait to see what is going to happen with Bitcoin. As we can see, we are making this descending triangle here, so it do look really, really positive actually, um, of because we come into to this ascending triangle now, and we might break out of it on Friday and go back to not all-time highs, but make a new local top. Because today is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So that's right in the end of this triangle, and of course we can draw up the potential targets for this. So either Bitcoin goes down to about 35,000. If this support level here breaks, there is a little bit of support here, but nothing too much. So I think if we break this triangle to the downside, we are going to see severe downside to Bitcoin. But on the other side, if we break it to the upside, then all uh, uh, then we can go all the way up to 54,000. So that is very exciting week for Bitcoin and for the stock market. And the target for Solana, if we break out this, is going to be um, for the people who did not watch the video yesterday. It depends a little bit on how far back you pull the flagpole, but let's do it from the last impulse, and that is going to be from the breakout point and from the bottom of the flag. So we got $170, $270 target for Solana, but right now I think all eyes needs to be on Bitcoin, because a lot of the price action will depend on what Bitcoin is doing. And what we had yesterday for Bitcoin was a little bit of a bull flag that broke out actually, because we had a bull flag here, and this broke out on Sunday, and then it fell below. So yeah, I can try to draw it. Maybe we need to go to the 4 hours in order to do this better. It's easier to see. As you see, this is a very clear bull flag here. But that's the thing with these patterns. They do not always manifest in and do. Sometimes whales can come in and liquidate all the people who are betting on the pattern to break out, and they just liquidate everyone. So that can happen from time to time. And there might also be some price manipulation going on with El Salvador adopting Bitcoin, and all the people who don't like Bitcoin. All the people who don't like Bitcoin to become the global world currency might have been selling Bitcoin in order to make El Salvador's Bitcoin adoption look hicky. So that's a conspiracy theory. But basically, if you were to do something like that, you would pump the price up prior to the adoption of Bitcoin, and then dump everything on market and cause a big crash once they adopted, to make it as bumpy as possible. So I don't think that happened, but it's a possibility. It's a good strategy if that were your goal. But back to this bull flag here. We saw that the bull flag did break out. We did not get a confirmation, but it pumped to the height, or a little bit over the height of the actual flag. I think if you do this on a lower time frame, you can stretch this a little bit, and then you get a more accurate target. So say you were doing this on the 5 minutes or on the 10 minutes, and then you see it kind of coincides perfectly with the top. Even it should even be depending on which time frame you are. on, but it should be quite on the spot. But it never broke higher than the height of the actual flag, and that's probably why. So we would needed Bitcoin to come up here and then break this high of the flag in order for it to be a continuous pattern and continue as a bull flag and not just as an ascending channel, which was actually the result of the pump. And then we came down here. We got a confirmation, but only on the 4 hour, and it pumped a little bit back up, but then it just stopped, and we had a huge sell-off, and we also broke back into the flag and to the downside of the flag, and now we are back at the bottom of the flagpole, where there is some resistance. And of course, that is very valid information when we are looking at the Solana bull flag. We first have, well, we can actually do the same thing. I don't want to scale this out too much as this is a daily. It got more of days on the bull flag, and especially within the bull flag. But we can do like this. Take the height of the channel here, and we see that that pretty much coincides with the height that we actually pumped through. So we broke out of this ascending channel, we pumped up here. So what we need Solana to do now, we need Solana to magically turn around, close above this line here, which is an ascending line. So we hopefully can close today and tomorrow stay a little bit above it. And when we break this swing high here, if we do that, let's draw it up so there will be no confusion. We break this line, which is the prior swing high, and this needs to happen with us having a close, with us not having a close inside the flag again, and then we will go to something. So if we go to something like this, break the prior swing high, come down, retest it, and break it again. Then I would say the bull flag is in play if this pattern here plays out. And of course, we also going to face some resistance at this point here and also at this point here. So you could either go for the whole trade, which is most risky or more risky, or you can trade as we come into these different zones of resistance. So from here, and so let's draw up a pattern that we can have something like this: retest, breakout, uh, something like that. So you always need to break the prior swing high, and you also need to break the resistance of these patterns here. But that's enough for Solana, and I think that is what I have today. We can talk a little bit about China. So the big fear is that China, or that growth in China will stop, mainly due to the downfall of China's largest development or developer for residential housing is struggling, and we can see that it's been going down since 2017. But the downfall have accelerated lately, um, and they've been given a deadline um, to pay basically what they own in debt. So that is affecting the markets, but this is nothing new really. People been knowing this for quite some while that this company is in trouble, but this will affect the prices of raw materials. If these guys will not be building as much as they are currently doing, that will decrease the prices of raw materials, and we might. Katie Wood might be right that we will see deflation instead of inflation. So maybe now is a good time to buy some share in that ARK Invest. But if we look at the Chinese stock market, the Shanghai Composite Index, we see it's doing just fine. It's basically going into overdrive, and we did not beat this local top here from February, um, but we came close, got rejected. So it's been a bad week. We can say it's been a bad week for the Chinese stock market. If we look at the daily, but the Chinese stock market have not made a top since 2015. So here we have a W pattern and a breakout from it. Let's just see how this coincides with the current top we just made now. Oh, it's not even close. No, no, it's not even close. Anyway, let's look at the daily and see if that can give us some clues. So we did not beat this top, but to me it seems like the stock market is doing all right as long as we can in China, as long as we can keep above this line. It's an uptrend. I guess we're gonna set a higher low and then finally break this. So stock market in China is not looking that bad. So I'm not sure why this news come now that this is a problem, because if we look at Evergrande, it's clearly been a problem for quite some time, and at least there should be some. I mean, this news should have been released in July or May, July, that we were setting new lows on China's largest development company for residential housing. So I'm not sure why it's coming now, because if we look at these candles here, these are the large candles. But maybe we need to go logarithmic. Maybe that can give us a better overview of. Yeah, we see there was a bad day here last week. How many percentage is that? Maybe 16. Oh yeah, 20. Oh, that's a lot. But this should also been made. The news should have reported this here as well, because these are even worse. This is a 50% correction. So it's very strange we did not hear anything about this in July. But anyway, that's it for me today. There's a lot going on in the market, and September is generally a very bumpy month. So it's going to be exciting for the stock market and for cryptocurrencies. So make sure you follow the channel, and I will try to keep you as updated as I can. And remember to like and make some comments and create some noise for the algorithm, so we get to educate as many people as we can. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.